a stress fracture took about 5 weeks to kind of get to the point where you could start doing some walk running, and then once we got to that point, looking at the time frames in preparation to the season that we'd planned previously, were looking improbable. And I think to be safe, we decided that we'd look at amending that and going back to our original position at the start of the year, basically, and going, let's make World Juniors the focus again, and not push for a Commonwealth Games that might not be as successful as we would have liked, and to be an experience that wasn't up to the standard we were looking for.
Yeah.
And just kind of putting our focus back onto the World Juniors, and then having a track season in Europe afterwards. And I think we're safer doing that rather than trying to push to get a performance at a level that we would deem acceptable and be happy with at the Com Games. And I think that's really kind of what it boiled down to. We just didn't want to push the injury recovery, and just be safe and make sure that we're doing things right in that space.
For me, I think when I found out I had stress fracture, I didn't really know what it meant, because I couldn't really fully process it in the moment. But the longer I spent just sitting down doing nothing each day and being like, oh, this is painful to walk, I kind of came to the conclusion that by the time the Commonwealth Games was going to come around, I probably wouldn't be in my best form. And I think for me, it's really important turning up to a race and being in the best form, because then I'm mentally there, and it's so much more satisfying turning up to a race and knowing that you're in good enough form to actually compete. And with the competition as high as levels of the Com Games, I feel like I need a lot of time to prepare for that, and turning up and just not being in good form will kind of be a waste of time that we don't have much of, because travelling over there and then travelling back is just wasting days that we don't have. So I think coming up to the conclusion that we'll focus on World Juniors, because World Juniors is still a really, really good event, and I'm really fortunate enough to have another event like World Juniors, because there's people like Gout and stuff who chose World Juniors over Commonwealth Games just as a whole. So I feel like we're really fortunate to have World Juniors as an event to look forward to coming up. And it's a little bit further into the future, so hopefully I'll be in great form by then, and everything's ticking along pretty nicely with recovery, so future's looking pretty positive.
Yeah, it's looking really good. I think we also want to make sure that when you do, represent New Zealand in the NZOC at such a pinnacle event, that you do it to your best of your ability, and we're not going in there undercooked, which I think if we pushed for it for this year, we would probably find that you'd be underdone. And like you say, the level of competition in the Com Games and the middle distance running at the moment is incredibly deep, and you wouldn't want to be standing on that start line not ready. It'd be not a great experience. And
another factor of that, I think, is also if we did push for Com Games, it could try and speed up the recovery a bit more, which could definitely jeopardise the stress fracture. So we just don't need to rush things. We want to make sure that we're taking care of you, and getting everything back on track before we kind of launch into some competition. We're still kind of finalising the plan, but hopefully after under 20s we head to Europe and do some races over there as well. So still got a big season ahead, hopefully, and it's going to be exciting. Going to be good.